Before we move on to the calendar, we're going to go to Representative Williams, who has a special guest today. Representative Williams.
Thank you. I would ask for the indulgence of the House. We have special guests today. First of all, on behalf of the Rhode Island Legislative Black and Latino Caucus, it is very seldom we have guests at this magnitude. So it's a great honor, especially that they are women, and we don't often give women the credit that's due in this chamber. But we have with us today Amy Jean Romero, an artist. If you would stand. Elena Calderon Patiño. She is from Rhode Island State Council on the Arts. And our special guest is Maria de Leon, Maria Lopez de Leon. Maria, along with the other two ladies, Maria is our super special guest. Maria de Leon is the Executive Director and Board Member of the National Association of Latino Arts and Cultures. In January 2013, President Obama appointed Ms. de Leon to serve on the National Council on the Arts. In 2012, Ms. de Leon was named among the nation's 2012 fifth most powerful and influential people in the nonprofit arts. Powerful. With over 20 years of multifaceted experience in grassroots community efforts, working in community-based organizations across the country, Ms. de Leon continues to serve on multiple arts and culture policy panels across the country. Ms. de Leon is a fellow of the Rockwood Leadership Institute and the Wallace Foundation Leadership in Excellence and Arts Participation Program. Ms. de Leon serves on the board of the First Peoples Fund and is an advisory council member of San Antonio Cultural Arts. She studied journalism at the University of Texas in El Paso. Ms. de Leon has been with NALAC for 14 years and has served as executive director for 10 years. Ms. de Leon has been involved in all aspects of development and implementation of the organization and all its program and strategic initiatives. Under her leadership, she has developed and launched 3 grant programs. The Fund of the Arts, a grant program for Latino artists and organizations. The Transnational Cultural Remittance, a grant program for artists and organizations in the U.S., Mexico, and Central America. The NALAC Diverse Art Spaces Program, a grant that supports organizations that are part of the Ford Foundation Diverse Art Spaces to expand their Latino programming to diverse audiences and outreach to diverse community. She has directed the continued development of 12 editions of the renowned Annual Leadership Institute and the Latino Arts Advocacy Institute in Washington, D.C., directed the convening of 5 national arts and cultural conferences and dozens of regional arts training workshops across this country. Under Ms. de Leon's leadership, NALAC completed production of Visions, a 6-part documentary series on Latino art and culture of PBS, and development of accompanying education curriculum distributed over 35,000 schools. She is leading an effort to renovate a historic site in San Antonio to serve as NALAC's national offices and home to a National Art Leadership Training Institute. I would ask that you give her a welcoming applause, please.
welcome to the House Chamber. Thank you for coming by today. That's quite an impressive list of accomplishments. Would you like to come to the rostrum and address the House? Please do so. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the National Association of Latino Arts and Cultures, NALAC, I thank you for allowing me to join you today. I especially want to thank Congresswoman Williams and Congresswoman Diaz and members of the House. It is an honor to be here. We look forward to convening NALAC's two-day regional arts training workshop here in Providence in October 2014. NALAC is pleased to be working with the leadership of the Rhode Island State Arts Council to bring its work to your region and to support the efforts of networks, artists, and organizations. The two-day regional arts training workshop will draw local constituents from Providence and across the area. This investment from NALAC will not be a one-time event. Our aim is to build connections to this community that are long-term and connect participants to national infrastructure, networks, and conversations. Based in San Antonio, Texas, the National Association of Latino Arts and Cultures is the nation's only multidisciplinary Latino arts service organization. For 25 years, NALAC has delivered programs that stabilize and revitalize the U.S. Latino arts and culture sector by delivering critical advocacy, funding, networking opportunities, and professional development for Latino artists and arts organizations in every region of the country. NALAC is exclusively dedicated to the promotion, advancement, development, and cultivation of the Latino arts field. NALAC works to foster cultural equity, not simply as a means of diversifying the arts, but rather a necessity for the arts and our rapidly changing nation. By the year 2020, the majority of young people in this country will be people of color, and by the year 2050, people of color will represent a new majority of the nation's population. As the nation shifts, NALAC believes that the time is now to build the capacity and leadership among artists from all diverse backgrounds to ensure greater inclusion and national representation of all communities to not only advance the arts, but also deepen the impact of the arts on the nation's fabric. Again, thank you for the privilege and honor of being here with you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your contribution to the arts and our society in general.